What's the difference in being productive and then also producing business? It's kind of funny when you have someone say, hey, I started my business, and they spend their entire time creating files, creating kind of like getting their desk ready to go, get all the computers and all the stuff, right? People, well, I gotta have it, but they do it during business hours. And they spend 8 hours and they go, yeah, I had a long day in my business today. What did you produce in regards to business? Did you go out and do some advertising? Did you pay for some advertising? And people go, well, I didn't really do that. Being productive will put you out of business faster than you are in business. When you're producing business, hey, your desk could be an absolute mess because you're on the phone from sun up to sundown. You're making things happen. The only thing you should be focused on is producing business. If it's not producing business, which is money in the bank, which is volume, sales volume, then you're doing things that you should not be doing. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast with Anthony Powell. I'm excited to be here today, because I've got something that I think everyone asks themselves this question about business. It's what's the difference in being productive and then also producing business? So there's producing business, write it down. There's also productive, write it down. So let's just kind of get into it. It's kind of funny when you have someone say, hey, I started my business, and they spend their entire time creating files, creating kind of like getting their desk ready to go, get all the computers and all the stuff, right? People, well, I gotta have it, but they do it during business hours, right? They spend their whole time going to the office supply store, going on Amazon, getting all the paper and all the printers and all the stuff. And they spend 8 hours and they go, yeah, I had a long day in my business today. And their desk is nice and neat, right? And they're like, okay, well, what did you produce in regards to business? What did you do? Did you go out and do some advertising? Did you pay for some advertising? What did you do? And people go, well, I didn't really do that. I'm setting my business up. You're like, okay. So you didn't produce any numbers, you didn't attempt to do any advertising. Like, how many ads do you have going? One, but I'm spending $5 a day. Okay, is it running yet? Not yet, I haven't clicked the button. Is it a paid ad? No, it's a boost ad. Like, well, what are you doing? Well, I wanted everything to be, perfect. I want all my stuff ready to go. I want everything stocked. I want all my products. I want everything the way it's supposed to be. Guys, let me tell you something. Being productive will put you out of business faster than you are in business. See, because when you're producing business, hey, your desk could be an absolute mess because you're on the phone from sun up to sundown. You're making things happen. You're taking a break in your schedule. You have talk to your ad manager, right? And you're going over your ad spend. You're going over your increase in daily budget. You're looking at what's happening. How many leads came in? Are your scripts converting? Are your autoresponders going out? Is anyone clicking on them? You got to get in the hunt, guys, because at the end of the day, the only thing you should be focused on is producing business. If it's not producing business, which is money in the bank, which is volume, sales volume, then you're doing things that you should not be doing. I can't tell you more and more. I just get so many DMs about the setup process. And yes, there comes a time where you need to set up, but you do it after business hours. You do it in the morning, you do it in the evening when the phone is not being used. So you got to do those things because you got to do both, but you can't disrupt your business. I've seen people, this is one of the things I see all the time. It's like, oh yeah, we did this, this, and this. Or here's another thing. You start getting a little bit of momentum in your business, and then you're down at the store, or you're taking an hour and a half lunch, or your friend calls and says, hey, let's go down and meet at the mall and go shopping. And you do it. Guys, I didn't go on vacation for 10 years. See, middle class people are programmed. Oh, you gotta have your little permission to drive in your box to your box. And then, you've heard this from Anthony Robbins. You eat out of a box. You drive home in your box. You watch your box. You sleep in a box. And you do it all over again the next day. You live a box life. You got to get out of that box thinking. There's no rules in business. You got to work from sun up to sundown. You just got to make it happen, because that's what forms you to be a powerful business leader. That's what makes you separate from all of the competitors out there. See, no one can ever outproduce me. Even today, nobody can outwork me. I was on the phone at 7 a.m. What time is it now? It's 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go back and get back on the phone. I'm gonna do an espresso shot and get back on the phone. Saturday. What's everyone else doing on a Saturday at 6 o'clock at night? Hey, where are we gonna go dinner? Hey, what do you mean, where are we gonna go do? People just can't, for some reason, this is not a job. It takes 1,000% horsepower. Being obsessed with being on the phone, generating business, helping your customers, follow up. That's what you gotta be focused on. All out war, meaning positive war, right? So please don't be that person that thinks just because you're productive and you're making email files or text message files or whatever you're doing, and at the end of the day, you're like, woo, man, I did a lot today. I went and had lunch and got all this stuff set up and ordered all this. This is coming. I got that coming. It's not going to work for you. It's those people that want to know everything first. They just don't make it. Write this down. In the do comes a know. Meaning, as you do your business, things happen right and wrong to you. And you're a human. You got to look at it and you got to make a decision to change. Or if you don't notice when things go wrong, then guess what happens? You keep making the same decision, which is bad, and before you know it, you're out of business. See, there's all these little things. Here's another thing I tell people all the time. Jim Rohn taught me this. One time he says, hey, when are you flying to this meeting we were gonna have? Yeah, the famous Jim Rohn. I said, well, my plane takes off at 12:30 and I land at 4:30. And it was silence on the phone. I go, what? Are you there, Jim? He goes, AP, I thought you were building your business. I said, well, I am. I'm going to the meeting with you. He goes, no, my friend, no. You fly at 6 a.m. and you land your ass at 9:30. And when you fly home at night, so that in the morning you're ready to go. You're not serious, he said to me. See, my middle class thinking is like, I don't understand. I'm just flying to an event. But he said, listen, you're taking time out of your business. When you could be on the phone, you're sitting there on an airplane. You fly in the morning, you fly at night. That's what you gotta do. You're on the phone during the day. Nothing can get in the way of your business when you're in flat out building mode. There'll be a time, if you build your business correctly, that you'll have people that'll take your spot. It's called delegation. But if you don't know how to delegate, which we'll talk on a different podcast, then you're always going to be a single user business, single person business, which means it's you doing accounting, advertising, fulfillment, the whole deal. So you got to learn all departments, but sooner or later you got to delegate. And that's called the inspect expect. I did a whole podcast on that. And you want to make sure that you pay attention to that, because I told you and taught you exactly how to train people on one of my other podcasts the other day. Now, that was a lesson for me when Jim said that. He said, like he said, he got real quiet. He's like, you're not serious. I am serious. So that I only had to be told that once. Don't fly during the middle of the day, unless there's an exception to the rule when it's European or Asia, but I still don't, I take off at night. Because by the time I land, it's midday the next day, and I haven't lost my day, and I can call back to my country and work a full day. I think you're getting it now, right? I hope you are, because this is one of the number one things that I'm constantly mentoring people on, is I dissect their business and say, take me through one of your business days. I can't believe it. They're still in the gym at 10 o'clock. You haven't even gotten going till noon. And then you start talking about dinner at 5. Like, what in the frick are you thinking? All right. So that's something I want to make sure I cover with you guys. Producing business versus being productive. What are some other things that you've heard? Well, the same thing I talk to my business partner about, because he's new to all this, right? He didn't have a Jim Rohn like I did. And it's when he does podcasts. Sometimes you have guests that just can't rearrange their schedule, right? It's just part of the deal. And you'll see that with me. But it's Saturday because I know during the week I have to be on the phone doing business. So I try to say, hey, let's do our podcast from like 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and let's try to do 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night. It doesn't happen all the time when you're in media and production, but the focus is to do morning and night so you can get off, eat, and get on the phone and spend a good 7, 8, 9 hours on the phone making it happen. Okay, you kind of get the point? Or if you're going to be doing your laundry or you're going to be doing whatever it is, you can't just pick up the phone and go down and meet your friend. That's productive. It's not even towards your business. So guys, this is a short podcast, but this is one of the most powerful parts because some people think by being productive, they are producing and they're not. Clean up how you operate throughout the day and watch what happens when you have 100% focus on your day, your schedule, everything takes off from there. So guys, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, we're launching a new podcast. We're pretty close to going through my entire story, how I got 200 millionaires, did over 2 billion in business. So if you haven't watched all the other podcasts, go back and watch. But soon I'm going to be starting interviewing people. And what I'm going to be doing is digging up the story, the come up. How did you get to where you are? How did you find the money to advertise? What did you do? How did you eat? We're going to get into that stuff. Right now, we're going to finalize my story because really no one's done what I've done in the sales and marketing business. I've done over 2 billion. I built my own contact manager, LMS, lead distribution, sales funnel machine. And I went from nowhere to somewhere in a matter of 6 years, and now we've taken it to the moon. So guys, I'll see you every 6 p.m. Eastern. Subscribe, hit the bell so you can have notifications. We'll see you next week, and bye for now.